Alright, welcome to episode 2. No, episode 2, what am I talking about? It's episode 8, I think. Am I right? Yeah, it's 8. So anyways, had you ever been kicked out of a band before? It just really stinks. And then, the band gets popular and, like, the second you get kicked out. That's why I picked these two to show how tough it is to get kicked out of a band. Syd Barrett, the Pink Floyd guy who gone too crazy with drug. He wasn't getting drugs, but he would just stand there on stage, or Pete Willis, who was just in Def Leppard, who was just too drunk. He got so drunk that he could not play in the band. And, I think, Syd Barrett, the one thing about Syd Barrett is that he was taking lots of drugs. I mean, maybe, that's why he was just standing there on stage. Syd was taking, like, tons and tons of drugs. But Pete Willis, just got kicked out of the band just because he was just so drunk, even though that Syd took, lots of drugs, he didn't really have, like, an obsession on a drug. He just took, like, so many types of drugs that you wouldn't even believe it. I think, and the thing about Pete Willis is that he was, what Pete Willis was of just totally obsessed with alcohol. But, actually, Syd Barrett is dead, but Pete Willis is still alive, and, that's probably, like, a big comeback between these two. But as you've seen, maybe since nothing beats the original, Syd Barrett was the original guy. Pink Floyd is more original than Def Leppard is. So that's why I think Syd has a great advantage. He was just, I'm not sure where Pete Willis met, Joe Elliott, the main singer of Def Leppard, but I think, Syd Barrett, David Gilmour, and Roger Waters all, like, met in a like, performing arts school or something, but I have really no clue. Pete Willis is still alive. Syd Barrett died 8 years ago, which is really, like, one of the toughest comebacks ever. But, I think they should not have took drugs. That way they could have, like, stayed in... They both could have, like, stayed in both of their bands. Now, since one's really old now, and one's actually dead, it's gonna be a tough decision. Because Syd Barrett and Pete Willis were from a long time ago. But, guess what it's time for? The winner. And the winner I chose is Pete Willis. The reason why I picked Pete Willis is that because Pete Willis, is still alive, and I don't think anyone beats the guy that's still alive. And, actually, Pete Willis, did two albums, with, Def Leppard, and, Syd Barrett only did one with Pink Floyd, so so maybe that's a tougher comeback, and maybe it was more healthy just by taking one alcohol drug, and Syd Barrett took many drugs, if you know what I mean. Alright, if you like the video, think Pete Willis is the winner, then you can push like. If you dislike the video, think Syd Barrett's the winner, then you can push dislike. And post comments too.